Wars fans, this is Star Wars Nuts 77. Today's episode, we're going to take a closer look at Collection 3 for Episode 1. Now, there were 3 different collections, as you guys know, from I showed you the first 2 collections in previous videos. Just because they were in Collection 3 doesn't necessarily mean that they were the last figures of Episode 1. They were all released during the same time, and these figures were released right before and during Episode 1 back in the late 90s. Anyway, really cool figures, and they come with this compact technology, which I've showed you a number of times. These were the last figures. This was the last figures to do so. Unfortunately, they went on to Power of the Jedi after this, but I'll get to in a future video. And eventually, I'll show you my exclusives for Episode 1, my battle packs, my vehicles, all that good stuff. But this right now is just focusing on the smaller figures, 3 1/4 inch figures. I do have a bunch of 12 inch figures as well. Let's take a closer look. These are the Jedis that were released for Collection 3, Episode 1 figures. We'll start with Adi Gallia. I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm not quite sure. Notice her lightsaber is upside down. It's kind of interesting. Pretty cool looking figure. It tells you exactly what they say on the back. This is the compact technology. You have to have the e-reader here. And you turn it on and you can scan it.
There is more to this conflict than meets the eye. The Sith should not be ignored. The power of the dark side is growing, I fear.
You know, I don't even think she had any speaking lines in the movie, to be, if I recall. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but they might have just recorded it for this. Pretty interesting figure. Next you got Kai Adi Mundi. And this is a really cool looking figure. I have 2 of them. Notice the purple lightsaber, which is interesting. Obviously, he didn't have a purple lightsaber. It was Mace Windu. You look at Mace Windu here, he has a blue lightsaber. So obviously this was done before they knew what color lightsaber they had, but...
I sense he will reveal himself again. The Force is strong with him. Impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennium.
Really cool looking figure. I love Coyote Mundi, and you know, it's a proof of purchase points and stuff like that. Shows you other figures in the available. A little bit about the contact and a little bit about the movie itself, and character descriptions up here. Okay, on to Mace Windu. I have 3 of Mace Windu. Although one is Canadian, this is the Canadian one. Notice the dual language here, and you got the the French and stuff, and then you got English. And pretty much the same. And also, the Canadian ones actually came with a card as well, which joined the Force fan club flyer in there, where the U.S. version did not. So it's interesting. I don't think he spoke French.
May the Force be with you. I do not believe the Sith could have returned without us knowing.
Notice the backing is quite a bit different too.
We will discover the identity of your attacker.
And that's pretty much all he says.
May the Force be with you.
So, on to more figures. This is Boss Nass and Captain Tarpals. Let's see what Captain Tarpals has to say.
Hey, Yusa! Stop it there! Oh, okay, Shasha. Yusa going to the bosses. Yusa in big doo-doo this time. Your Honor! Queen Amidala from the Naboo!
This is a very detailed figure. I love the detail in these figures. I think these Episode 1 figures are one of my favorite lines, to be honest with you. And then you got Boss Nass. This is one of the earlier figures they released for Episode 1.
You're greater than the Gungans.
Came in 1998.
Maybe we shall be friends.
Miss Owisa, be your friends.
We shall not like that now.
He's pretty short for a figure. I mean, look at comparison to Captain. Look how much shorter he is. I didn't realize he was that short in the movie, but interesting. Okay, I'm going to show you some figures here. These are the droids in the line here, Collection 3 line. They got TC-14 and R2-B1. Both these figures are fairly rare and didn't really sell very well. They came out later on in the Episode 1 life, which makes them a little bit more rare. If you notice the difference here between these and the other ones I just showed you, look at Boss Nass here. You notice how there's dark right here, and there's a complete red right here. So different patterns, kind of subtle differences here. And then there's no warning on this one, but there's a warning on this one. I guess because there's small pieces. I'm not sure why that would. Maybe that's why. But let's see what they say.
Make yourself comfortable. My master will be with you shortly. I'm TT-14 at your service. This way, ambassadors. We are greatly honored by your visit.
And basically it's a C-3PO remake, and they just kind of changed the gold to silver. And it comes with the plates. Very detailed figure. I love the 12-inch version of this. I'll do a review later on of that. It's an awesome looking figure. And this is R2-B1. He just makes... But he comes in the harness like he would be on the Naboo ship, which is cool. Doesn't have a third leg, which is interesting, and I don't think he has any wheels either. So, but his head clicks, and you can see the light. If the light hits the eye right, you can see the light go through the eye. So that's pretty cool. Okay. We've got two of the Podracers Collection 3. We've got Odie Mandrell and we got Cascano. Both these figures are awesome. I like the fact they come with two figures as well. They both come with their different variations of the pit droids, and they also have the shuttle, their vehicle as well you could buy. And this is what Cascano says.
Cascano wins. The donkey Skywalker. Rastafari human
So if you remember, there was droids that were released, pit droids were released in a 2-pack in an earlier collection. I think it was collection 2. But moving forward, we got a battle droid here. This is 9. Okay, and he's kind of interesting. Basically the same as a battle droid that's had kind of a little yellow tint to him. He's got binoculars.
Yes, sir. Take them to Camp 4. My troops are in position to begin searching the swamps. They will not stay hidden for long.
You know, the battle droids actually sound pretty good on this e-reader because it kind of sounds muffled as it is. So other ones kind of sound robotic, but these are supposed to sound robotic, so I guess it sounds good. The very last figure in my collection of Episode 1 figures, and this is a complete collection, this is Chancellor Valorum.
The chair recognizes the senator from the sovereign system of Naboo.
Here's the back.
Welcome, Your Highness. It's an honor to finally meet you in person.
I love the likeness of this character. I mean, I think it looks a lot like the actor who played him. And this came out in 1998, so this is one of the earlier figures as well in the collection. Thanks for watching, guys, and may the Force be with YouTube always. Take care.